Welcome to today's ArXiv CS Digest for May 4th, 2026. We received 660 new computer science papers today across 56 subfields. Let's dive into the top picks. Trend 1 of 5, Visual AI for real-world tasks. This trend applies visual AI to solve diverse, practical real-world tasks across various domains. This cluster covers 166 papers. Representative work includes album fill, album-guided reasoning and retrieval for personalized image completion, SURG-Temp, temporal-aware surgical video question answering with text-guided visual memory for laparoscopic cholecystectomy, and Malmo Act 2, action reasoning models for real-world deployment. Trend 2 of 5, next-gen AI models and agents. This trend advances AI models and agents for enhanced generalization, control, safety, and autonomous, intelligent behavior. This cluster covers 167 papers. Representative work includes attribution-guided pruning for insight and control, circuit discovery and targeted correction in small-scale LLMs, agentic forecasting using sequential Bayesian updating of linguistic beliefs, and zero-shot adaptation of behavioral foundation models to unseen dynamics. Trend 3 of 5, diverse algorithms and scientific computing. Developing and applying diverse algorithms and computational methods to solve complex problems across scientific domains. This cluster covers 165 papers. Representative work includes unsupervised machine learning for detecting structural anomalies in European regional statistics, ranking with partitioning, and multi-fidelity surrogates for mechanics of composites, from co-kriging to multi-fidelity neural networks. Trend 4 of 5, AI security, privacy, and ethics. These papers investigate security vulnerabilities, privacy challenges, and ethical implications across diverse AI and computing systems. This cluster covers 84 papers. Representative work includes CityOS, privacy architecture for urban sensing, EvoPC, automated exploit synthesis for DeFi smart contracts via hierarchical knowledge graphs, and the one-bit barrier is universal. K-stage pipeline composition and unified leakage bound for standard modular reductions in PQC hardware. Trend 5 of 5, optimize distributed and edge systems. This trend optimizes distributed and edge systems for enhanced performance, resource efficiency, and adaptive operation. This cluster covers 78 papers. Representative work includes SpecKV, adaptive speculative decoding with compression-aware gamma selection, diagonal scaling, a multidimensional resource model and optimization framework for distributed databases, and from sensors to insight, rapid edge-to-core application development for sensor-driven applications. Up next, our first paper out of 5, Talking to the Airgap, Exploiting Radio-less Embedded Devices as Radio Receivers by Paul Stott and Christoph Parr from Ruhr University Bochum. Let's break down its key contributions. Intelligent electronics are deeply embedded in critical infrastructures and must remain reliable, particularly against deliberate attacks. To minimize risks and impede remote compromise, sensitive systems can be physically isolated from external networks, forming an air gap. Yet, air gaps can still be infiltrated by capable adversaries gaining code execution. Up next, our second paper out of 5, Autonomous LLM Agent Worms, Cross-Platform Propagation, Automated Discovery and Temporal Reentry Defense by Mingming Jia and Xiaofeng Wang from Indiana University Bloomington. Let's break down its key contributions. Autonomous LLM agents operate as long-running processes with persistent workspaces, memory files, scheduled task state, and messaging integrations. These features create a new propagation risk. Attacker-influenced content can be written into persistent agent state, re-enter the LLM decision context through scheduled auto-loading, and drive high-risk actions, including configuration changes and cross-agent transmission. We present the first systematic framework for automated analysis of persistent worm propagation in file-backed multi-agent LLM ecosystems. Up next, our third paper out of 5, Executor-Side Progressive Risk-Gated Actuation for Agentic AI in Wireless Supervisory Control by Jinyu Liu and Rahim Tafazali from 6GIC. Let's break down its key contributions. Agentic Artificial Intelligence, AI, shows promise for automating ORAN wireless supervisory control, but translated intents still require an executor-side decision before live network actuation. Existing control flows lack explicit semantics for whether an intent should commit, gate for evidence, or reject under stale telemetry, concurrent policies, deadline and bandwidth limits, and rollback constraints. We propose progressive risk-gated actuation, PRGA, an executor-side contract for risk-gated wireless intent execution. Up next, our fourth paper out of 5, on the power of standard DFS and BFS by Binmin Buixian and Renaud Torres from LIP 6, CNRS, Sorbonne University. Let's break down its key contributions. It is well known since the 70s of last century that depth-first search, DFS, can be used to compute strongly connected components, RE. Siam Journal on Computing, 1972, and breadth-first search, BFS, can be used to compute distance in graphs, GY. We furthermore demonstrate that these standard graph searches are powerful enough to recognize and certify several well-structured graph classes. Up next, our fifth paper out of 5, DurableUn, Quantization-Induced Recovery Attacks in Machine Unlearning by Abdullah Ahmad Khan and Fertisol from Murdoch University. Let's break down its key contributions. Machine unlearning aims to remove specified training data to satisfy privacy regulations, such as GDPR. However, existing evaluations assume identical precision at unlearning and deployment, overlooking that production LLMs are deployed at low-bit precision. We show that INT4 quantization systematically restores forgotten content even when models pass compliance audits at float 16, BF16. We term this the quantization recovery attack, QRA. That's all for today's AR14 CS Daily. If you found this helpful, please leave a comment, and subscribe for daily paper summaries. See you tomorrow.